a fucking throwback.
Yeah, right? Where's Q-Tip at? Holy shit.
Oh my god, the beautiful people. I sit here and I play that music, and it reminds me of when TNA was very, very good and a lot of
Way
fun.
back in the day.
And the pigeons were being let loose.
Oh, man.
And it was all about ass, and X Division was great.
Hell yeah.
Good times. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Y2J Highlight Reel, joined by Tyson Touloud across from me.
What up?
Anthony Caruso to my right.
Hello.
You can go to falconarrow.podbean.com to check out all our future and archived episodes, along with subscribing to our YouTube channel, and check us out on Facebook. Give us a like, follow, stalk, whatever the fuck you do on there. I still don't know. I don't care. Anyways, this week, it's literally all about Kalisto beating Braun Strowman.
Wow.
That is the biggest story this week, ladies and gentlemen. It is the largest story you could possibly imagine.
That dumpster match was pretty.
It was fucking.
It was a pretty good metaphor for the entire fucking show.
Raw was fucking terrible.
What?
And I don't mean that.
So you mean it's pretty much par for the course, right? It's
Basically. We're on the back nine, and we're hitting all the numbers.
By the way, gentlemen, I would like to introduce everybody, and especially you guys, to a new gimmick that I have.
Oh, okay.
As of right now, I'm holding in my hands a what looks like a notepad, right? Basic notepad. However, this is officially known as the Index of No Hana.
Wow.
And what does the Index of No Hana contain? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it contains a list of all the fucking towns that suck dick. That is my new gimmick. Yes. I'm sick of it.
I can dig that. So tell me that this town that Rollins made the index.
As a matter of fact, the first two shows I watched this week made the fucking list. Kansas City, Missouri. Go fuck yourself. Violations.
Kansas City, Missouri, the town where Curtis Axel and Heath Slater will never work again.
They will never work in that town ever again.
Kansas City?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Good job, Curtis Axel, for not putting Kansas City over the town you're in.
Or as Alvarez called him, No Max Delirious, or Delirious without a mask. He looks just like Delirious.
Yeah, kind of with
the with the whole getup. By the way, who the fuck was interviewing them for what? The Marine 5?
Yeah.
They were interviewed for that shitty fucking movie?
Wow.
Anyways, the Index of No Hana. Kansas City, Missouri, number 1 on the list. You've been indexed. April 25th, 2017, Monday Night Raw. Violations. What chanting Alexa Bliss? Number 1 violation.
Which she handled that very well,
She
by the
handled
way.
it
We'll get there. Yeah.
Extremely well, to the point that I told her on Twitter that she handled it very well. Alexa Bliss and what chanting Kurt Angle for making an announcement about a match. So, other than that, they sucked and they were fucking boring.
Also being dead as fuck for
dead as hell
everything.
And being really fucking lame. So
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kansas City, Missouri. You are number 1 on the list. Second on this list, Des Moines, motherfucking Iowa.
Oh, wow.
SmackDown the very next night. Can't run away from it. Violations. What chanting Shinsuke Nakamura? That's right. If you what chant, you've been indexed if you what chant from now on.
And aren't you supposed to what chant like the heel or the person the crowd doesn't like?
Yeah,
instead of
the what
popping,
chant's supposed to be a get off my fucking screen kind of thing.
No,
pop huge for Nakamura, and then 2 minutes later, what chant him? That's fucking stupid.
Oh, well, we gotta what chant him because we're from fucking Iowa and we have no culture because that's what Jinder said. They have no culture, and he's right.
Yeah,
they what chanted a guy for speaking in Japanese. Go fuck yourselves, Des Moines. Have fun with those Slipknot concerts in the future.
Did they what chant Mahal when he spoke in Punjabi?
I probably. I have no idea. They have no culture, dude. Get over it. Okay?
Is it Punjabi or Punjab the language?
Punjabi's the language.
Okay,
and you can't do that to the Punjabi Playboy, bro. That's not okay.
Wasn't that fucking Kali?
Wrong gimmick. Second violation: being fucking boring. Third violation: not having culture. So there you go, Iowa. You've been indexed. And by the way, while we're on the topic of TNA, you know who came up with the list first? Bro, Robbie E. And he gets no credit for this shit. Remember the list? When you were on Robbie E's list, it was a big deal. God, Robbie E's theme will be played next week. And I miss TNA from like 2011, 2012. Or 2010, I want to say. So, like I said before, I guess we should talk about this fucking Raw. By the way, for some reason, I wrote there was a shit $10 shirt sale on WWE.com. No idea why. I don't even know what's on the shop. I think it's a bunch of shit that no one cares about, like Cien Almas's fucking shirt. Who the fuck's gonna buy that?
Can I get his
garbage?
fucking suspenders?
The He's 100 shirt?
Yeah.
That shirt is awesome.
Jesse, all the sizes are available, so I'm assuming he's not very much 100 anymore. So, Monday Night Raw. Shit. Raw last night Raw on Monday fell to a near record low mark with 3 million viewers, and I don't think SmackDown was that far behind. SmackDown did if I could fucking get to it, 2.493. So it looks like the shake-up didn't really shake much up as far as the viewers go.
I mean, I wonder what that is in comparison to...
It was an average.
The rest of television.
Oh, the rest of television? I think SmackDown Raw was 6th behind, like, the NBA and literally everything else that everyone else is watching.
I mean, even if that's low for them still being 6th on Monday night.
I remember,
especially when you've got playoffs in sports.
I remember they used to have those like Snapple facts where it's like last week Monday Night Raw was outviewed. Fucking,
oh, they still do that. They did one like 2 weeks ago where they outviewed a bunch of fucking shit.
More viewers than the NBA and the NHL and blah 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 combined.
No stats this week, everybody, because they got their fucking ass kicked. So the first thing we saw on this Monday Night Raw, well, the first problem I have, there was a lot of problems, ladies and gentlemen.
There's always a lot of problems.
Okay, Raw was considerably fucking terrible on this night. Corey Graves mentions that the dumpster match between Strowman and Kalisto is the first ever. He corrected himself later on and said it was the first ever on Raw. He's correct. However,
there was one 17 years ago, right?
There was one on WrestleMania 17, yes. The New Age Outlaws versus Chainsaw Charlie, Cactus Jack. Chainsaw Charlie was fucking Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. So, that happened. The Y2J highlight reel. I guess you want to do this. Tyson wants to...
I'll do part of it. All right, so it opens up after the black and white Braun promo to remind us all what happened, the tragedies that happened to our ring, RIP, last week. Jericho comes out and tells us this might be the last highlight reel ever. Thank God. And it's a whole bunch of him doing, in typical Jericho fashion, starting his own chants, calling for his own pops, desperately calling for his own cheers. He literally said, "Cheer me on, man. Shut the fuck up." Like, I can't wait for this all to be over. I really can't. It's so...
But Jericho's like the best part of this
done.
Of this shit show.
I'm so fucking
He's
done.
the most consistent part of this fucking shit show.
I'm so like, it's over. It's over with.
I don't know, man.
And later on, there's going to be a situation that's going to make the list completely irrelevant. We'll get there. Someone gets on it, makes the list, and gets unmakes the list. Get the fuck out of here. The gimmick's dead. No one gives a fuck.
Dude, you're not a friend of Jericho?
I am a
total friend of Jericho.
I am a friend.
I am the #1 fan of Jericho.
I'm a friend of Jericho, like, prior to 2009. Everything he's done afterwards has just been... Everything he's done part-time can kiss my ass. But, yeah, okay, so Jericho comes out. He does his whole thing. The Miz shows up. Thank God to break this whole shit up.
Thank God.
Yeah, and literally it's every like in-ring segment that we've ever had. Okay,
this fucking segment was so goddamn long
and completely unnecessary.
It was completely... Yeah, go on.
So Miz is like, "Nah, man, we can't have this highlight reel shit. Get this out of here. Come on, ring guys. Let's get all the young boys to come out and roll up the carpet and switch this thing over. We're gonna have some Miz TV." And then Dean fucking interrupts that shit, and he's like, "Whoa, hold on, guys." My man, I don't know if you guys noticed this. He stops his foot at the top of the stairs, and everyone pops for it. That's it.
Ambrose?
Ambrose, yeah. He get his awkward fucking foot stomp thing got a pop because the crowd, it's Kansas, and who the fuck cares? So it's like, oh no, we got the Ambrose Asylum. Like
in that exact manner.
This is basically a platform. This basically ends with Maurice making the list, which is the best part of this whole thing. Chris doesn't even write her fucking name down. He doesn't even pretend anymore. He doesn't even care.
No.
Like, he's just so uninvested. He knows what's going to happen in 6 days. He knows where he's going. He doesn't give a fuck. This was just another excuse for a 25-minute fucking promo to open up the show.
This is so fucking long. Now, you want to go on, Anthony?
This isn't really relevant to this thing, but I forgot to call it out last week with the segment between the Miz and Dean Ambrose and Maurice last week.
I
forget what Maurice said, but Dean Ambrose basically said it was irrelevant because she's Canadian. His fucking wife's Canadian too. That was the dumbest thing ever, and I forgot to mention that last week. So
What a callback.
Yeah. Go on. You mentioning Maurice, maybe I remember that.
The thing about Maurice making the list, okay, whatever, that's fine. I don't give a fuck anymore.
You write her fucking name down.
Yeah. Here's the problem I had with this whole segment was the fact that Mike he's laid out on the floor after a fucking DDT or whatever. Maurice makes the list, and you could visibly see her laughing. She's laughing for some reason. She was fucking corpsing for no apparent reason.
She knows how ridiculous this
She
shit
gets
is.
put on the list. She's trying to help out her husband, and she's visibly amused by something. And it killed the whole moment for me. Like, you could see Jericho looking at this bitch, laughing his ass off. I guess being put on the list is hilarious these days. By the way, what I wanted to mention about WDB Shop, they had $10 off on Hall of Fame shirts. Who the fuck buys these things?
like the Hall of Fame logo.
There is I have it up on my fucking laptop. Holla holla holla, Teddy Long fucking shirt from the Hall of Fame. Who the fuck wants to buy this shit? Seriously, why do they produce this stuff?
Maybe you could frame it like a jersey and put it up in your den.
This is like the shit that they did for Mania 28 when Punk beat fucking Jericho. There was all these CM Punk, their WWE champion, like the fucking like a Super Bowl shirt. Why the fuck are you making that for wrestlers?
Yeah.
Come on, man. This isn't a fucking real sport.
They should have cut to him with the camera and asked him what he was going to do now that he won the championship. And he talks about going to
Disney World, right?
Of course he is.
I don't know. This fucking segment, what did it do for anybody? In this entire segment, what did it do?
Nothing.
Think about it for a second.
Nothing. Not a goddamn
What did it do
thing.
for Jericho and Owens? Jericho had a highlight reel. Owens was nowhere to be found. Okay, whatever. So you assume that Ambrose and The Miz are going to do something, right?
By the way, Jericho was his own fucking guest on the highlight reel. He's interviewing himself, by the way, for like the first 10 minutes. Get the fuck out of here.
So this segment, not only was it fucking long as shit, this continued on in the main event, as we'll see later on. However, Chris Jericho had no Kevin Owens to bounce back off of. Dean Ambrose and The Miz had a little interaction in the Maurice and whatnot. Maurice gets put on the list, doesn't lead to anything because they don't have a... Is Maurice wrestling Jericho at Payback? No, I don't think so. Here's the funniest thing about it. The Miz is not going to do shit with Ambrose at Payback. Do you know what The Miz is doing at Payback?
What's that?
He's wrestling Finn Balor on the kickoff show.
Why?
Good motherfucking question. That is your build, everybody. That was this whole show. People doing shit for literally no reason. Everything was so out of place. Guess why, everybody? Because you have a fucking pay-per-view right after a shakeup. God, we couldn't wait till after Payback to do this fucking shit, right? We had to do it right now and have fucking storylines that have literally no build for any of this shit. This was fucking stupid. This was so dumb. Like I said, Finn Balor is wrestling on the fucking kickoff show. Do they have no ideas for Finn Balor?
I mean, I understand he's just coming off of 2 injuries, really. But, I mean, Finn should be the star of this fucking show.
Yeah.
Why is he wrestling on the kickoff show?
Why is he wrestling Jinder Mahal? Why is he wrestling Kurt Hawkins? Why is he doing anything that's not related to the fucking belt?
Well, the Hawkins thing made sense because, I didn't have to really take a bump or anything, so that made sense as like a warm-up, but coming off the concussion. But
So last summer when Finn came up, they were literally willing to put the strap on this guy with zero build whatsoever. He showed up. He had like all of 2 weeks to build. They put him in a match and a half and threw him out there in the deep end of the pool and was like, "Here's your new champ." Why? Like, what are you doing with him now?
Yeah.
You know, where did all that faith go? Where's all that confidence in this guy?
Even better question, why is the IC Championship not on this card, but your WWE title is on the card? However, it's not being defended. What is happening here? So Raw has no belt that they're fighting for. You know that, right? There's no fucking major belt that Raw is fighting for.
Really?
What's the point of this fucking pay-per-view?
I guess Lesnar's not showing up. Yeah.
Other than, do you know what belt at the moment is being defended? 2 belts, I guess, at the moment are being defended.
Women and the tag.
The tag belts? 3. The women, the tag, and the cruiserweight. I'm sorry. But the big belt is the U.S. title. I guess I should have said the big belt. Is the U.S. title. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the belt that's not even for that show.
The WWE title, yes. 2 belts from SmackDown are going to appear on Payback, a Raw pay-per-view.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid is this?
And one is being defended. See,
Who
like,
the fuck needs to watch this at all?
everything that they do makes no sense because they have no planning going into it. They're just like, oh, let's do this. It'll work. Just throwing shit at the wall, and they run with it.
What sticks.
Yeah, and they have no. There's almost no pre-planning. They don't think more than they don't think more than an hour ahead with anything they do. So
spitballing. It's just I think I don't know where I heard this or read this. The last hour of Raw was mostly spent on fucking promos for Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman because we haven't seen what they've done to each other.
Yeah.
We don't know. God, please remind us. It's a 3-hour show,
Yeah.
but we don't know what happened.
I mean, they really need to fill those 3 hours. I mean,
I guess.
I mean, it must have been really hard to sneak those in with all the cruiserweight action. Fuck you, JBL.
We're going to get to that in 2 seconds. But
We're going to get to more about JBL and Vince McMahon and more Mara ONeil, too, at some point.
Okay.
Because there was some shit that came out about that.
You know, I don't know anything about that, so that would be your thing to talk about. However, I do want to mention, okay, I will start a streak. You know how Asuka has a streak? Goldberg had a streak.
Yeah.
Everyone's got streaks these days, right?
Isn't Asuka, like, didn't she pass or isn't she coming
passed,
up on
she passed Goldberg. Yeah. I'm going to start a streak, and it starts today, of telling at least one time during every show that Monday Night Raw is too fucking long. Too fucking long. Make this a 2-hour show.
Make it a 90-minute show. It'd be even better.
2 hours is just fine for wrestling because guess what? It's fucking wrestling, okay? You don't need to have 3 goddamn hours of shit that no one cares about. You know why all these fucking towns suck balls? Because you're putting them through promos and vignettes and more promos and more vignettes and a fucking Dana Brooke match. Really?
Yeah.
Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Alicia Fox actually had screen time on Raw.
Alicia Fox is alive. Yeah. Oh my god! She got out of 205 Live.
This was like a decent, time. This wasn't even like the first hour of the fucking card. This was like later on.
This did nothing for any of them.
Yeah.
Dana flexed. She did stuff in the ring. She flexed some more.
She was sloppy as fuck.
Alicia, she did that Michinoku driver that fucking sucked ass.
When she hits it, when she hits it, it looks pretty good. Like,
it wasn't on the Hulu cut.
I watched regular one.
I've seen her hit it, and she actually sits it out. It looks pretty good.
But like it was
well
executed.
But God, it was.
I thought you were gonna say it looked pretty good. No.
When she does it properly, it does. But this was so sloppy.
I dare say, I looked in this ring.
Well, when anyone does anything properly, it looks good.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
during this match, I said, fuck, Alicia Fox is the better worker.
But she hit a nice Northern Lights. She actually hit a really nice Northern Lights in the beginning. Like, that was clean as fuck. God,
Alicia Fox has been in the business for like a decade.
She better be a better fucking worker. Like,
yeah, Dana's only been in the business for a few years.
Speaking of cruiserweights, Aries and Gallagher versus TJ Perkins and Neville. Evil TJ Perkins. He's evil now.
Oh, yeah.
He's turned to the dark side. He frowns now in fucking graphic cards. This match was awesome. Austin Aries. This was all Austin Aries. If this is your best segment of the whole night, literally, and it took what? It happened maybe 8 minutes, maybe 10. I don't even know how much time these guys got. Aries was on fire towards the end of this match. It was awesome. That's it.
Especially now the roster shakeup was played out. I know he's a cruiserweight. He's on 205 Live, but Austin Aries is the best talent they have on
Austin
Raw.
Aries is indeed one of the best talents.
Austin Aries should be in the main event picture. He could. Nope. I think he could carry Raw, but they're never going to let him do it. But because they love Roman and they love Seth, who all fucking suck. Well, Seth is great in the ring. Seth's character sucks, but
I don't know. I don't know what to say other than this was the best segment of the whole fucking night. Literally, everything else was complete horseshit. Braun Strowman and Kalisto in a goddamn dumpster match. So Strowman comes out and he says, "The entire crowd is trash."
This was like the major talking point of the show. Why wasn't this the main event?
Good question.
Seriously.
What was the main event of this fucking piece of shit
I don't even
show?
remember.
Oh my god, that fucking handicap match with fucking Miz.
Yeah.
All right.
With the mystery tag team. Fuck.
With the mystery partner. All right, we'll get to that. That was a whole nother fucking anal probe on its own. But Braun Strowman and Kalisto, okay?
So Kalisto's got a new entrance and a new look.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
And fucking the shortest fucking trunks in the world.
And he's a man, Kurt. He's no garbage.
Braun came out at the beginning of this show, right? Or was that just the highlight reel? Braun
got 2 entrances in this match. Okay, Braun,
That's right, because he cut the promo.
Braun got to come out, cut the promo, and then his music hit again.
Yeah, and it cut. Yeah.
So he I thought he came out at the beginning of the show. Okay, that was the highlight reel. All right, when he came out, right, and with Strowman, they want him to garner a reaction of, "Oh, you hurt Roman, you hurt our guy. How could you?" They're not doing anything more than fueling the fire of his fucking push right now. They're not doing anything more than making him even more popular than he already is.
Seriously.
Maybe that's what they're planning on? Maybe secretly trying to make him the babyface? Because I still think it's got to be him and Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Unless it's fucking Roman and Lesnar at SummerSlam. You hope not, but you know in your heart that that's exactly what the fuck could happen.
Why do they keep going to this well?
Because they hate you, Anthony. They hate you.
Because you are a fucking nerd, and you're an indie smart, and they can't stand you.
I don't even like big guy wrestling, but Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar would be 10 times more entertaining.
What, than the match we've already seen between Lesnar and Roman? Yeah, I agree.
It didn't have a finish, so I mean, I guess we didn't see a match.
Oh, no, it had a finish.
Well, it had a finish, but
a fantastic fucking finish.
It didn't have a finish between those two guys.
So Kalisto won this fucking match with a drop kick to the shins of Braun Strowman. He lands in the dumpster. Match is over.
This match was so fucking stupid.
This
should have been over in 2 minutes. All Braun had to do was pick him up and drop him into the thing.
Not even that. Not even if this was the same finish that happened with Kalisto winning. If this match was just short and to the point, this would have been a whole lot better. But like everything on Monday Night Raw, it got extended and drawn out and got really fucking boring.
Which is weird because of all that cruiserweight action taking up the third hour. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Fuck you, JBL.
Well, that's strange. I believe the cruiserweights had one match on this show, right? Unless I'm wrong here. One segment on this Raw. And it was like 8 minutes. That was it.
Why are we letting Kalisto go over? Well, so we're supposed to be building Braun as this fucking like unstoppable monstrous force, right?
Meltzer's whole thing about this thing was that I guess it's supposed to show that when Braun loses, he gets angry and infuriated. We already know he's yeah. This win did nothing for Kalisto. This made no sense. Just here, little guy, have a garbage win that doesn't mean anything.
A garbage win in a bullshit gimmick match. Like, who cares?
If he was gonna get beat, just fucking take the loss. It's not like you're trying to save like his fucking main event push or whatever.
Yeah, you're not trying to save the guy's image.
Yeah, he's a fucking nobody on the show.
Let's protect Kalisto's momentum. Like, who the fuck cares?
I will, however, give credit to Kalisto for having the fucking nutsack to say, I want this guy in a fucking dumpster match in storyline, of course. But other than that.
Well, I mean, he has to fight for his pride. If he doesn't fight for his pride, he doesn't deserve to fight for anything.
You got to fight for the lucha pride.
He's no garbage.
Yeah,
you got to fight for the lucha. He didn't talk like that. Dude's got a really good act. He speaks English very well.
Watch it again. He fucking talked exactly like that. That's what made it ridiculous.
He had the Rey Mysterio voice. He sounds very Americanized. But so the argument this week, I guess, in the wrestling world, okay, whatever, the smark world, is Braun Strowman. Did this do anything for Strowman? Or was this a trash win for Kalisto that does not affect Strowman, or does this really hinder Strowman because he should have got a win?
This doesn't mean anything to anybody. This was just Braun Strowman in the end, just asserting his dominance.
This was literally just another platform for him to do a similar stunt to what he did last week with the dumpster.
So this win for Kalisto means jack shit.
No, it doesn't mean a damn thing. Yeah,
no.
That is I'm torn. I don't know what to think. I just think that maybe Strowman should have won this. That's just my opinion. Yeah. I don't hate the fact that Kalisto won. I don't have a strong opinion either way. It's just this overwhelming fucking dynamic that Kalisto should have lost this match because the match at Payback, or this meant jack shit, and it doesn't really matter because the dude won in a very shitty way, and it doesn't affect Braun Strowman. It doesn't hurt
Braun, but Braun shouldn't be losing anything going into this pay-per-view. He shouldn't be losing it all. Like, the way you build him, he doesn't lose matches. Like, if he's going to lose anyone, it's going to be to the guy he's facing, not to bullshit dudes like fucking Kalisto. It doesn't make any sense.
I guess you can argue that, like, how this makes him more infuriated going into the match, so he'll be more reckless against Roman.
So you think Braun's going over at Payback?
I said it last week. Braun needs to go over. Like, he needs this. Braun needs this fucking win. Like, he needs.
And
a
as
W.
much as he needs it, you know for goddamn sure that Roman is winning.
I know, but he needs a W because otherwise it's literally going to be the same thing that happened at what was it, Fastlane, when they just killed all of his fucking momentum.
Yeah, whatever.
Same goddamn thing. It's literally the same thing. He needs this because otherwise, then why are they fighting? Like it's literally
because
literally
he
like,
flipped over an ambulance.
It's literally Braun beating the shit out of Roman and attacking him backstage and whooping his ass 9 times in a row, and then here comes a match, and then Braun loses. Fuck that.
Why didn't Braun flip over Kalisto's ambulance? He should have stopped him from getting out of there, right? He's got a thing against ambulances.
He already
right?
flipped his dumpster. I mean, you know. He gets 1 flip per night. That's the thing.
Which, by the way,
that was a shit spot.
Like
that dumpster fell like 3 feet.
Yeah, that is not convincing at all.
And
like
what dumpster has ratchet straps on the top to fucking lock it down? Like when did that become a thing?
Because most of the time
awkward.
when they pick up big dumpsters like that, it's going to be like a forklift thing on a truck that dumps it in there, so you need to keep the thing open.
Yeah, what? Didn't make any sense.
No, this
whatsoever.
I did not buy that fucking hurt at all.
This would have been more entertaining if when they took him out of the dumpster, Strowman came out, put him back in the dumpster, locked it back in, went back.
And once again, all the trainers and Finley and like all the refs did jack shit to stop him.
The coolest thing about this whole segment was seeing Adam Pearce on television. That was it.
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Finley,
Yeah.
the toughest guy in the world, right? And he goes, Braun, stop, please, don't do any of this. Fuck off.
Is that like Finley's new role, is to like stop guys and yell for help? That's all he's been doing.
Here's how wrestling works, everybody. If a guy's about to do something he's not supposed to do, just go, don't do this, but don't make any contact with him. Don't even try to stop him. Let him do it, because this is wrestling. Don't even have people out there.
Well, fuck, man. They don't want to get hurt. They're just fucking suits.
They're just suits. Yeah, no, don't do your job too much, right?
Yeah.
Fucking retarded. So Corey Graves, Bray did another weird ass promo. Who cares? Corey Graves says that the House of Horrors match will start outside of the ring. So I guess they're going to be going through a very spooky mansion, but will end inside of the ring. While Graves is running down the matches for Payback, they cut to the booth, and it looks like Cole is visibly fucking sleeping on television. Did anyone catch this?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay. I'm assuming Cole thought that they were still having the graphics up. So his fucking head is down, and he's staring at his crotch for a solid, 5 seconds. I thought he fell asleep right on the air. Lo and behold, he was just waiting for the fucking camera to pan back over to him. But, yeah, that's the House of Horrors match. It's going to basically be a fucking...
The biggest disappointment of your life?
Something canned,
Yeah.
shown on the screen of these guys fucking playing with fucking 2x4s and fire and mirrors and whatever the
duking out
fuck
in
they're
Luigi's
doing.
mansion.
And then they're going to, I guess, make their way to the ring. So basically, these guys are going to sit in the back, watch themselves, kick each other's ass in some freaky-ass fucking spot, and then work their way to the ring and finish the match in the ring. So that's going to be the demise of Randy Orton. That is Bray Wyatt's hell for him. He's going to take it to the ring. So, why? What the fuck is the point of any of this? Really? It's not for the belt.
Just for a fucking...
It's for the fucking...
Just
it's
to
for
pop
shits
the
and
crowd
giggles. It's for shits and
a new
giggles.
type of match that's going to end up being the same old hardcore.
Where's this going to be at? Chicago,
you
right?
need this feud
No, this
needs
isn't in
closure,
Chicago.
guys.
No, the other one's in
Backlash
Chicago.
is in Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck. So San Jose, California. Oh boy, San Ho fucking Zay.
Wrestling powerhouse right there.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a fucking shit crowd, everybody. I can't wait to index them. They will be indexed mighty quickly. The Club and Samoa Joe versus Seth Rollins, Cass, and Enzo. Enzo got his ass kicked in the beginning. I loved it. I fucking hate Enzo Amore.
It was nice to see that Magic Killer on the outside.
Oh god. He got killed by a super kick with Luke Gallows, and the match can't begin.
Did anyone see what happened to Kaz, by the way? I like how he just kind of disappeared into the crowd.
Because Joe fucking snagged him up.
But the way the camera was, all you see are his legs kind of go over the barricade, and that's it. You don't see anything else. I'm like, oh, Kaz disappeared. Nice.
Before this match, I forgot to mention that they cut a little fucking promo in the back, and they were talking about how they're going to crush everybody, and he's going to break fucking Seth's legs and all this stuff, which, whatever, who cares? And by the way, Joe too sweeted them. I didn't know he fucking does shit like that.
I did see that. I'm
all
like,
right.
oh, really?
So Enzo got murdered, and the match can't continue because Enzo Amore, a competitor, is outside, hurt. Cut to commercial. Quick. Let's cut to commercial real fast. Let's leave everyone fucking waiting for this fucking new tag team partner. Angle brings out Finn Balor.
That's when you cut the commercial, so people stay.
Come on, man. That's stupid. Too many commercial cuts on this fucking show. Angle brings out Finn Balor to replace Enzo. The match gets a hell of a lot more interesting. I tell you what, I would rather see Cass do everything by himself. I don't really give a fuck anymore. I don't care because Enzo is fucking useless. What do you get when you say to me, well, Enzo's going to be in a match tonight? Well, I can tell you one thing. He's going to get his fucking ass kicked for 20 goddamn minutes, do absolutely nothing, tag and Cass. I get the hot tag theory. I get it. I totally understand his role. I'm not going to sit here and say I expect him to put on
But when you've seen it 1,000 times, it kind of loses its oomph.
I would actually rather see Enzo get some offense in. He gets his fucking ass whipped, as he should. He's a fucking nerd with fucking Jordans on and crotch and dropped crotch fucking sweats, okay? I don't really give a fuck that he's getting his ass whipped, but at least get a fucking punch off, dude. Yeah. So the match itself, it was what it was. Everyone got their shit in. You know how this works. And it was interesting to see Finn Balor and Carl Anderson facing off against each other.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen them in the ring yet. In the same ring together.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
This is the first time I've seen Prince Devitt and his former acolytes in the same ring. So Seth Rollins debuts his new finisher, which I already told you guys about a couple weeks ago. The fucking the high knee Rainmaker, whatever the fuck you want to call that, because he couldn't use the pedigree, because that's Hunter's thing. You want to get away from Hunter.
Like part of me liked the fact that he like teased the pedigree and was like, nah, we're done with that. But again, the ripcord knee is a really, really not impactful move. Like, it looks like shit. It's not. There's literally 100,000 moves that he could do that would look better as finishers. That's a sig at best.
So here's the dilemma here. Somebody mentioned that Kenny Omega does this move.
Yes.
So
Kenny Omega tweeted that he that I guess he can't have that move either because it was stolen from him.
Yeah, and if you're Kenny Omega, your moves are getting stolen mighty fast because old Damo over here using the fucking one-winged angel. Yeah. You got fucking Seth doing the
when you're
knee.
When you're the top dog in the industry, people are always going to try to
ride your dick. Yeah.
So here is the debate: whether it's not about stealing Kenny Omega's moves; it's just stealing guys' moves in general. Why not just do the Rainmaker clothesline? It's a little more effective. You can bump a lot better for it.
Yeah.
And when's the next time Okada's going to be in WWE? It's the fact that why not just go for something that's looks a lot better? Because how many ways could you sell a fucking knee to the face? Either you die. If I see one person do a backflip, I'm never watching wrestling again. That is it for me. You can't do a backflip off of getting kneed in the fucking face. Everyone's kind of just got to die. That's pretty much the whole point. It's like
you just crumble. Yeah. It's just not impactful. And what bothers me is like Seth Rollins especially has such a diverse moveset. He has moves that he's not even using, like the fucking Skywalker and shit. He could be doing. He doesn't have to pull out all the crazy Tyler Black shit that he obviously can't do anymore. But there are spots that are easy to set up that can be used in a variety of ways that aren't unsafe that he could be using that aren't a fucking knee to the face, man. Like how many people already have a knee to the face as a finisher? It's bullshit. Doesn't look good.
I honestly
not exciting,
don't even know.
You know,
Here's my issue. As long as it's not the fucking pedigree, I really don't even care if it's a slap.
Do you honestly see that move closing out a pay-per-view? Like a main event match?
It's a knee to the face.
You see him kicking out of something sweet, like another move that actually makes sense, and then like doing that to somebody and then that going over? Come on, man. That's going to look like shit every time. I'd rather him do the knee off the top that he does. He already does a knee off the fucking top rope. Why is that less impactful than his fucking finisher?
I should have just gone to the Rainmaker clothesline. Why not? Why not just take Okada's fucking finisher? Doesn't really matter. Because when Kenny comes over, God, he's got nothing left. I mean, really, fucking McIntyre already stole Roddy's thing. What the fuck's Roddy gonna do now? He can't do the end of Heartache. Jesus Christ, on who? Damo? Give me a fucking break. But here's the issue. You know what? At the end of the fucking day, man, as long as it's not the pedigree, I don't really give a... The pedigree fucking blows for anyone that's not Triple H. All right, let's be quite honest. 2, Seth can't do a pedigree to save his life. 3, the curb stomp was banned because Vince could envision his kids doing that. Well, gee, a knee to the face ain't much better.
Yeah.
If I need any of you guys in the face, it wouldn't hurt less than a fucking curb stomp.
If you're worried about the image of a move, we're watching simulated violence. All these moves are bad image for kids. Like, why are we drawing the line at a fucking curb stomp?
Yeah, why is a curb stomp bad, but a choke slam's okay? Like, that's imitatable as fuck.
I get if you're really like about the health concern of it, but if it's about the image to kids, we're watching simulated violence. All of these moves should look bad to kids. You shouldn't be showing them to kids. So
yeah,
fuck that logic.
And anyone who abided by the "do not try this at home" thing is lying if they didn't try that at home. We've all tried it at home. I tried it at home. I drew blood on my face, okay? I tried it at home. I tried my very best to be a wrestler when I was a fucking child. Alexa Bliss came out, cut a promo, talked about Bayley. And the best part about all of this is finally somebody shuts down that fucking what chant. I am so fucking sick and tired of this goddamn what chant. It's preposterous.
She did a really good job, too.
She did a phenomenal job because you know how you get around that? You talk really fast. Don't let any gaps in, and you treat them like they're fucking idiots. So you acknowledge that they're doing it, and then you make them fall for some stupid shit like if you... Vince did it a long time ago. He did a thing where he's like, if you're an imbecile, if you're from wherever and you're an imbecile, you say, and they said what?
Yeah.
You get them to buy into some dumb shit and make them look stupid.
Stone Cold himself has gone over how to dispel this thing, and apparently nobody really listens except for Alexa, because she's like, you know what? That's a good idea, and then boom, there it is.
I like Alexa mostly, and this was the only fucking segment on Raw that had a build to a fucking match between two people who are actually having a match at Payback.
For a belt, no less.
For a fucking belt. This was the only fucking... This is the only
For a
feud.
championship, guys. Belts hold up pants.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So now that Alexa has the title shot at Payback...
The what?
You mean the title match, right? You're not allowed to say
what's
shot.
a title shot?
Bayley comes out and cuts another gay fucking promo. That's what they are. They're just gay as fuck.
She's so fucking cringe, dude. Like, even now that she's had plenty of experience doing this, she's so goddamn bad. I know you're talking about me. I know you're talking about me, Alexa. I know you're making fun of me. Well, yeah. She's your opponent, you dick. Like, really? What? Go on.
And Alexa, I just want to say that I was a fan once. And I used to watch wrestling with my father, and you're mean and shit, and I saw you in catering, you took my cookies. This is fucking...
Speaking of catering, I can't wait to talk about the new member of the catering crew later.
And Alexa's over here like, yeah, I bet you haven't even kissed a boy. And guess what? I fucked your dad, so...
True story, okay? When she asked about her father, I thought she was going to talk about fucking
I really thought so, too. I was like, well, the edge of my seat waiting for it.
I sat in my seat and went, if she talks about fucking her dad, she's my favorite wrestler.
Yeah,
bar
it's over.
none.
Like, she's like, your dad's going to be in San Jose, right? I'm over here like, oh, shit, here we go.
He's gonna like it when I put my hand down his fucking pants, right? That would have been phenomenal. If this wasn't fucking WWE, that would have been great.
Do you guys think... Sorry, go ahead.
I hope to God that, like, her parents are fucking, like, on the barricade, and at one point Alexa goes over and, like, slaps her dad or something. That'd be fucking amazing.
Do you guys think that she's scripted, Alexa?
No.
Yeah, she can't be.
She's not scripted.
No.
Yeah,
She goes up there
and if she
dumb-
is, then she does it really well.
She does whatever the fuck she wants, man.
Basically,
Apparently that's Alexa's gimmick. She just goes out there and says whatever the fuck she wants.
When she called Sasha unhinged, all I could think was, Dean is pissed off somewhere in the back. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I
I can't wait for the Sasha Banks unhinged and on the fridge shirt.
I highly doubt, very highly doubt, that the lazy lunatic will have an issue with this.
I know. Like, but I was picturing him in the back, just like sideways standing, watching the TV, and shaking his head like, this bitch.
I can't wait for the Sasha Asylum to open up Raw next week.
For hairspray and other fucking colorful hair.
Yeah.
What happened after this fucking shit happened?
This shit was fantastic.
Sasha basically came out to be the Paul Heyman to Bayley afterwards. She came out and said, "This is your champion. You need to respect her. Rabble, rabble, rabble. I'm turning heel at some point, but right now I got to be a fucking face." It's so goddamn clear. Sasha needs to stop this bullshit.
I hate to steal the term from Alexa Bliss, but babyface Sasha Banks is so nauseating.
Yeah, it really is. I like that whole shit she said about the notes that she packs in her fucking lunch every day.
Yeah.
I popped. I'm like, oh, wow, what a bitch.
I'm glad someone came on Raw and basically said that this was all a bunch of bullshit. It's about fucking time that someone from SmackDown... I can only imagine that fucking conversation. So, Alexa, here's what you're going to say to the girls. What's a fucking script, dude? I worked on SmackDown. Old Roll Dog said was to go out there and just talk shit.
Go out there and be a bitch.
Go out there and be a fucking cunt, okay? That's what she did with these bitches. Alexa Bliss was a star of this whole segment. She's a star of this division at the moment,
Fuck
okay?
yeah.
She's one of the biggest stars in the show.
She's the best female superstar on the mic, and one of the top 5 people in general on the mic in the company, easily.
Not better than Asuka. She talks
too much.
They had a match. Sasha and Alexa had a little match. Graves was really selling the hometown gimmick for Bayley for fucking Payback, and I can't fucking stand it because we know something's going to happen as far as her hometown and her father. It's written all over this fucking shit because they kept saying, well, Bayley's going to be in her hometown. Bayley, you're going to be in your hometown. I'm going to be in my hometown.
What's up with all these women's title matches being in their fucking hometowns?
What is this? Did the women's division turn into a day to remember? Is everyone like all of a sudden wanting to be in their hometown for everything? Alexa counts herself out, and you could say what you want about it. It's a fuck finish, but why would she expel any sort of energy on fucking Sasha? Sasha sucks.
Yeah, she has a match in 6 days.
Yeah,
Who cares?
come on, bitch. What the fuck? We're gonna wrestle
look
you in
at
your
it.
weave, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Clearly,
Shit is savage.
clearly, it seems like this is the next feud / program for both these women.
I hope so, because it's actually one of my favorite rivalries. Like
Bayley's
in the women's
winning.
division.
Bayley's winning. If anyone has any doubt about that, I love Alexa, obviously, but
I thought so up until she came out and like attacked her like after the fact. I'm like, yeah, she lost.
here's the fucking.
As soon as she hit her on the ramp, I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Here's the weird thing about all of this, okay? So Alexa was just gonna go to the back, just fucking walk out, didn't really give a fuck. And the baby face, Bayley goes, no, get your fucking ass back in here, grabs her, tries to lead her back into the ring.
Unbabyface.
Very heel thing to do by just saying, hold on, Corey, talking about my hometown, throws the fucking mic down, and then goes, no, you're gonna get your ass kicked now. Very heel-y thing to do.
I was kind of waiting for the double turn there.
By the huggable one.
Yeah.
How could that happen? This was really awkward, okay? Tried to get her back in the ring, and then how did Alexa even get out of this? I totally just forgot.
She ran towards Gorilla, and Bayley couldn't quite catch her.
So then she came back out.
Yeah, and she
comes
didn't chase
back
her
out,
all the way back.
attacks Bayley. So she fakes, she hauls ass.
Yeah, because
comes
Bayley was like
back
talking
out,
some shit or whatever, walking back down the ramp, and
beats up Bayley, runs back. Then here comes Sasha. I
Yeah.
almost expected Alexa to come back out.
I was hoping she'd come back a second time, but nah.
Well, that was your lead up for Payback, everybody. A little scuffle with Sasha Banks.
That led me to believe that she'll win, just because you know how it goes. Whoever like goes over the night before or whatever in the go home show ends up not winning.
Sasha, Alexa, the next couple months, it'll lead to a 2 out of 3 falls. So a cage match, Hell in a Cell, then a ladder match for them.
I would like to see this real life heat supposedly between them like spill over into the ring and
Have a straight up fucking match.
And they actually put on a pretty good match against one another, so they work well together. I'd like to see that shit.
Dean Ambrose tries to reason with Chris Jericho. Seems like Dean is the only one in this fucking company with a memory, long-term memory. Hey, remember when that thing happened like last year? Holy fuck. Oh, he remembered something that happened last year.
Stupid ass plant and the jacket and god
With
damn,
that whole rivalry was garbage.
I hate all of them.
well, Jericho remembered that he owed him like $15,000, whatever it
That was
was.
a lot of money. Yeah. Dean is the only person in history to be taken off the list. Fun fact. That should be a fact on Raw.
Which kind of undoes the entire list gimmick. Like, it's over now. If you can unmake the list, it just makes it fucking irrelevant. Who cares?
I wrote this down because I have a legitimate question, and this has to do with Mr. Cruz. What the fuck does the Titus brand do? What the fuck does the Titus brand do on Raw?
Nothing. No, it just gives Titus an excuse to put on a suit and be black.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest catering service in the world.
I heard Titus has some really good cheesecake.
I am so glad.
Does he use Philadelphia cream cheese?
I do not know, but I am so glad that Apollo Crews is joining the greatest catering team on the planet.
Did anyone else feel kind of bad for him? Because like he got nothing from the crowd whatsoever.
Oh, it was so
dry.
It was so sad.
Dude.
So
it was Sahara in there.
Titus is saying that joining the Titus brand will elevate him. As a matter of fact, this is a straight up lateral from what he's been doing.
So I mean, look at all the stuff that Apollo Crews has going for him. He went through the Star Factory. That is Kurt Hawkins.
Yes,
and is now the Titus brand.
God
is looking for.
He deserves a shot at the title.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. What a fucking record this guy has.
This guy got nothing from the crowd. Nothing. Like, even at the end when he got up on it, like, nothing.
He has no direction. Like, what do you expect the crowd to do for him?
So bad. Not even, like the cheap pops you would get from, like, oh, he did a backflip. Yeah. Nothing. Like, at all.
Who did he squash in this match? Fucking Kurt?
Kurt Hawkins. Okay, the Star Factory.
And this match was so deep. Like, this shit made it, like, late on the fucking card. I'm like, why are we doing this now?
It's like a cool down.
Piss break, dude. Titus ONeil?
Yeah,
really?
I suppose. But
you want people to see,
why is Apollo Crews my screen at 10:30 at night? Like, why?
You want people to rush from the microwave making their hot chocolate to go, holy fuck, it's Titus ONeil. I better sit my ass down on the lazy boy and watch what's going to happen. No one gives a flying fuck about Titus brand, okay? Jack Swagger left him to do the catering duties, and now it's all about Tyson, or it's all about fucking Titus and his fucking cheesecake. That's literally it. That's the gimmick.
I really want to see just how far Titus can take this thing. Like, I think that
straight to the lower mid card,
straight to the second match on main event,
straight to the Velocity.
Oh, man.
If Velocity's not even a thing anymore.
No.
Hell, he might even make a pre-show or something.
Crews,
dude, I can't wait to see him on Jacked.
What?
Jacked. Wow. TNA explosion. Other things that don't exist anymore. Before we get to the main event, I have to mention something to you, gentlemen. So we saw that thing, the graphic with Roman Reigns' statement, right? I will have you. I don't remember what it said exactly. I wish I had it in front of me. I should have wrote it down because I'm a fucking idiot. But it was something to the effect of, this has been the hardest 2 weeks of my life. And, you know, I lost a blood brother because obviously the passing of Rosie. And, you know, I've never felt this way before, you know, about the passing of a brother and whatnot. He's my only blood brother, etc., etc. But I've never felt a beating like Braun Strowman as well. They lumped a real fucking life death, the passing of his brother, in with the fucking angle with Braun Strowman.
That's
what
Vince.
the fuck is wrong with these people?
That's Vince in a nutshell, man. You have some real life tragedy, some real shit going on. Hey,
put it on television.
Let it feed the gimmick.
Your brother just died. Well, might as well talk about it. Then talk about getting his ass whipped.
Don't forget to plug the event.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a really bad.
All right, man. I here's the thing. I know it's wrestling, and I know it's Vince, and I totally get it. I know who the fuck cleared this. Do you think? Did Roman have a gun to his head to do this? Or did he just go, I guess it's the company?
No, but everyone walks on fucking eggshells in that company, so I mean...
He's just contractually obligated, man, you know?
Roman, we get this really nice promo we're going to write for you. Do you care what's in it? Stuff about the people.
Roman was probably afraid that if he said no to that Vince McMahon would have JBL bully him out of the fucking company.
Yeah, probably. That might have happened.
Yeah, because, if you guys didn't hear, some reports coming from Meltzer is that... apparently, Vince pretty much put JBL up to
bullying Mara.
Really?
Mara. He didn't like the way that Mara called matches because, you know, instead of, you know, being like a real boss and confronting your employee and saying, hey, we hired you to do this, even though they hired him to be himself, which is what they said. But instead of confronting your employee like, you know, a legitimate employer, you fucking resort to fifth grade tactics and have the schoolyard bully fucking... push the little guy around.
The best announcer you had on the entire fucking product.
I did hear that. I did hear that they didn't like how he was calling the match.
Yeah, I mean that had been going around for a while, but apparently it's coming from Meltzer.
He was using actual terminology and calling it down the middle.
Oh, gentlemen, this isn't a wrestling company. Come on, this is an entertainment company.
Yes.
We don't want to talk about real fucking
They just happen
moves.
to entertain you with something akin to pro wrestling.
Basically, they don't want you to talk about the wrestling. They want you to talk about... everything else, like use their monikers 8,000 times. Braun Strowman, the monster among men, and the big dog, and all this other bullshit that they fucking shove down your throat. But besides calling the guy what their name is, just call him by their fucking name. Just call him Braun. How's so hard? What's so hard about that? But no, we need to know he's a mountain among men. Give me a fucking break, dude. There's only one mountain. And he's on Game of Thrones. Go fuck yourselves, okay? The main event, Dean motherfucking Ambrose and Y2J, two baby faces, took on a heel in the main event in a handicap match.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a handicap match.
This was mostly a handicap match.
It was, but...
Because if you don't remember, right? So we saw Bray Wyatt came out or whatever, and that's fine. Whatever, I don't give a fuck anymore. Bray Wyatt came out at the very fucking last 8 minutes of the show. He appeared finally out of thin air, like he loves to do. He appears, and the crowd didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The crowd could not give a shit about any of this. So what the fuck was the point of doing any of this? Not only that, but at the very end, Bray Wyatt is like, he's appalled by the fact that Mrs. Hannah's on him. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You could be appalled. However, if you didn't raven him a fucking note saying, I'm going to be your partner tonight, what the fuck?
Yeah,
why would you act like you don't care?
What was the point of all of that? Like, did...
By the way, I like to note something here. When he first showed up, was it Cole? It was probably Cole. Somebody called him the Mephistopheles of Raw. Did anyone catch that? They called him the Mephistopheles. Say it with me, Mephistopheles of Raw. Yeah, you know what that is? That's it's like a demon character from fucking Faust, some 12th century Germanic legend or whatever. Kind of a colloquial term for demon, devil, Beelzebub, whatever. Who the fuck says Mephistopheles? Who does that? Like,
yeah, it's like the same people who say lunatic fringe.
It's the same people who use the word apoplectic every fucking week. Like, it shit drives me nuts. I feel like...
I hear apoplectic a lot in, like, sports and shit, so...
Like, fuck that.
It's not as...
Come on, man. What does apoplectic mean?
Like you're fucking raging mad.
I feel like Cole literally is sitting there with like a thesaurus open in his lap, and he's like, devil, I can't say devil, I can't say Satan. Mephistopheles? What? Really? Come on, man. Like, I couldn't be the only one at home who's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, get the fuck out of here.
The only reason I did not pick that up is probably because I fast forwarded through the entire show or the entire main event because I could not give a fuck about
Bray Wyatt, the Mephistopheles of Monday Night Raw. No, that's not a thing. It's not going to be a thing. Don't make it a thing.
I literally could not give a shit about seeing two guys beat up on one fucking dude and just sit here and wait. I'm like, no. I need to see this fucking partner because none of this makes any sense. And lo and behold, it was Bray Wyatt who appears for no reason after like 3 goddamn weeks of just going, Randy, scary shit. Come on, bro. What did this solve for anybody?
Get ready, Braun. This is your future. After Roman buries you, this is where you're going.
Wyatt came out, did a bunch of shit, beat everybody's ass. Like I said before, the dude went out of his way to send a fucking raven to The Miz via his weird compound, but yet he couldn't care enough to, like, give him a fucking handshake at the... Get fuck off. This Raw was garbage, and no one gave a fuck. And that is why this fucking town made it on the list. Probably because... Why should they give a fuck, really?
I've been saying this on a lot of other shows. We shit on these shit crowds and these shit towns. And yeah, they suck. They make the show less watchable, but...
They have no reason to be excited.
To be fair, like, they have no... this company gives them nothing to cheer for.
Nothing
to get invested
Wyatt
in.
literally appeared, and it was like, oh, it's Bray.
You know what? I'm not gonna let them off the hook because the company doesn't give them anything. They bought tickets.
Yeah.
Fellas, they bought tickets. They drove cars. They got here somehow. They've been watching this shit. They're fans. They want to see it live. Cheer for these people.
I'm going to agree with him because I understand what you're saying. I totally get it. If I pay money, I'm going to get fucking drunk and I'm going to yell at the ring. That's kind of what I'm there for.
Why are you paying like this much money to stand there and do nothing, sit on your phone or watch the fucking Titantron and not do anything?
That's akin to the man who was watching the Ricochet Leo Rush match on PWG and fell asleep in the front row.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that happened, by the way.
Really?
On the last PWG show, yes.
PWG. fell a fucking sleep
He was
on
falling
Leo
asleep in other
Rush
matches too, but
and
that was
Ricochet.
In his front row seat.
In the front row with a Tom Brady jersey from Michigan. You son of a bitch. I'm going to find your children and tell them that their father's a very bad man. SmackDown, April 26th.
You're going to tell him that his father's Rikishi?
Yeah. He ran over Stone Cold. SmackDown.
Did it for The Rock.
April 26th, 2017. From Des Moines, Iowa. They've been indexed already. I already went over this. The Nakamura Ziggler segment.
Whoa, you mean the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Is this really the thing we're going with, by the way?
When I saw it in the commercials, I'm like, that can't be a thing. And then I heard them announce him as that. It's a thing.
So who is he? Is he Michael Jackson or is he Prince? Make up your fucking mind.
I'd rather just have him as the king of strong style.
He can't be either because you can't promo him like that because they're both dead, and you can't do that. Sorry.
Well, Nakamura came out. Renee introduced Mr. Nakamura, and Shinsuke got a little sped up this time. He didn't take 3 years to get to the ring. Got in there, did his whole yow or whatever. The promo went downhill with Ziggler when Ziggler just made a long-winded fucking Michael Jackson reference, dude. Just come out and go, what are you, Michael Jackson? Let's laugh at the nerd. You had to just go, so let me guess, you have a monkey named Bubbles, rabble fucking rabble, dude. Just get to the point.
Ferris wheel in your backyard. It was super,
get to the point.
Super cringe.
Everything except touching kids, which would have been harder hitting. But
yeah, I was waiting for it. He didn't go there.
It's a PG show, guys. Like
he didn't go there, thank God. But like the crowd wasn't into it, and everyone was just kind of like, Dolph. I mean, I don't want to be the guy to say too soon, but you can't really do that. You can't like.
To Michael Jackson?
No.
Too soon to Michael Jackson?
I'm not saying too, like I said, I'm not saying too soon, but like still, a lot of people were kind of butthurt about that whole thing. You can't really do that. I'm sorry. You can't sit there and cut a 15-minute promo like referencing Michael fucking Jackson. He's dead. Stop. You can't do that.
The child stuff or just him passing away?
I don't think the Michael Jackson stuff was cringe. I just think the whole promo stuff was
just in
cringe.
general. The promo itself was super cringe, and it's not even relevant anymore. Like, you're calling Michael out on shit that happened in like the 90s and stuff, like the Ferris wheel. Like, who cares, man?
Well, they're only doing it because Shinsuke Nakamura has been oftentimes called the Michael Jackson of professional wrestling, especially in Japan.
Yeah, those are his influences.
He comes out in a Thriller jacket and the one glove, and I get it, but
I can't wait for the Freddie Mercury reference next
week. I'm pretty sure that monkey Bubbles died in like '95. Like, what's he doing?
No idea. And then Nakamura gets on the mic, and here is where the crowd pisses me off. Oh, hey, look, it's a guy who's Japanese. Let's fucking chant him because
even though he's the big baby face that we're supposed to like, that we actually like.
There was like 3 people chanting his theme in the crowd.
Yeah.
Then when the guy got on the mic, by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever learned a new language. It's not easy. So instead of listening to the guy, okay, Iowa goes, what? Fuck you. Seriously, dude, fuck you. If you were in that crowd, you're a piece of fucking garbage, straight up. Because the guy's trying to cut a promo in English, or he could just talk in Japanese like he did. Might as well. Fucking let him talk in Japanese.
I'm glad he did, because, I mean, those guys are a bunch of fucking scumbags, man.
The fucking weeb that I am, I'll just go, I'd rather hear him talk in Japanese than English.
It didn't really matter what he said, except until he said jackass. That was the part. That was really what he was getting over.
And this is just my opinion of Iowa. This is all they heard. Ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, jackass. I say ching chong. I know what he is. He's Japanese, but Iowa. Probably because he's Chinese. Go fuck yourselves. This was so fucking stupid. Okay? And then the what chants got louder because they couldn't understand him. Well, fucking read a manga, guys. Seriously. Read a fucking manga, but this is Iowa,
dude, if they
everybody.
couldn't understand what he's saying, do you think they're going to read the fucking traditional Japanese fucking hiragana?
Fucking Christ. How about this? Iowa's now my plague. Boom.
Wow.
Go fuck yourselves. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin.
That was a disaster piece.
Oh, Christ. I was actually pretty stoked about this match with Styles and Corbin. I'm like, I could watch that. I like these guys.
Except this match got ruined by Kevin Owens. Not in a bad way, but Kevin was on commentary. The whole fucking segment, this whole goddamn segment was revolved around, we got to get the Jericho-Owens match over, but we're trying to have this whole AJ Kevin dynamic, but you can't have that yet because there's a fucking match on Sunday that you're trying to promote. Does this make any sense? Am I the only one trying to make
this whole fucking superstar shakeup thing was so dumb. Like, you're trying to build new feuds, but guys in new feuds are still trying to wrap up old feuds. Like, there's
one thing that I realized like when this match happened, Corbin has no taunt. And it kind of sucks because his intro, like beyond him stretching his arms out, which is what literally everybody does on the planet ever, he did this little thing where he kind of threw like a little like hang loose punch. You know, he did one of these, was like, and it didn't get over, and like he kind of
on the rampway or in the match
on the ramp. Like he's walking down the ramp.
I know what you're talking about.
Then he like did it again. He's like, and he's like still trying to make it work.
He's shadow boxing.
I felt so bad because it's like Corbin doesn't have. Even when he got in, like when he gets in the ring and like gets on top of thing, he doesn't really have anything. You know.
I don't know.
A badass theme,
and he has such a good theme and such a good intro. Like it kind of builds to a thing, and you're waiting for him to like do something, and there's just nothing. It's just him walking.
He's just got wet hair, man.
I understand that like there's some taunts that are cool, but for the most part, I find them incredibly unnecessary. And
I mean, here's the thing. I don't think he really needs one. He's just a fucking normal dude.
No, he doesn't. But he's trying to have one. And he's trying to make something work, and it's just
awkward. He's trying to get a gimmick, but the gimmick is he's a piece of shit, and I guess that works for him fine. He doesn't need any more gimmicks.
Like him trying to like flail his limbs in a way that makes sense. Like you could see him actively trying to like rev his shit and make it work. And I'm like, damn it, Corbin, just stop.
Well, he's got a fucking motorcycle in the beginning of his theme, so
I don't know. I find a lot of the overproduction in the introductions of matches kind of dumb.
It's WWE wrestling.
I don't like the taunt stuff. I don't give a shit about the stopping at the bottom of the ramp or at the top of the ramp. I understand you want the people to see the characters.
This fucking guy wants everyone to run in the ring, get on the turnbuckle, do a taunt, and then start fighting.
I don't even want to see a taunt. I don't even care about taunts. Like, fuck that.
Get in the ring. He's dying over here. He can't stand it anymore. So you want everyone to be Shibata.
Yes.
What a fucking hard-on. He's got a hard-on for Shibata.
Dude, this guy's like my favorite right now.
So my question to you guys is this AJ's face turn? This thing right here?
He's never had a heel turn.
Exactly.
For all intents and purposes, he's been heel up until
the character was trying to be portrayed as a heel, but yeah, he's a babyface now because he's facing Kevin Owens.
Yes, when you get your ass beat by two like main heels on the program, and they're both whipping your ass in the ring, like they're taking turns and they're beating your ass together.
Yeah.
When you get saved by Sami Zayn, when you've aligned yourself with Sami Zayn, you're a babyface. That's it. Sami Zayn ran down to save AJ Styles, which is something I never thought I would hear. Never, like that doesn't even sound right. Okay, I feel like that's. I mean, not to within the context of the shakeup and everything, because Zayn hasn't done a whole lot on the show.
Yeah,
that'd be like Apollo Crews running down to save Roman Reigns. Like that's weird. It's weird. Like I mean, obviously Sami Zayn is head and shoulders above Apollo. Blah 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 blah. But I'm just saying, you have like this little guy running down to save one of your biggest dudes on the show. It's just a weird dynamic.
Here's the curious case of AJ Styles. Really, there's no way you could go with him. Really, you can't go heel or face with him. He's just AJ. Yeah. He's the best wrestler in the whole company.
There's just really always face. He's never going to be a legitimate heel.
He's always going to be over, but I mean, he's going to try to be heel. I mean, he was pretty fucking heel against Cena. But
at this point, he could do whatever he wants. I really don't even care anymore.
Oh, of course.
No matter what he does, he's going to be loved.
Just like Stone Cold. I mean,
exactly. He could be a dick. He could be a good guy. There's really no. You guys are just killing me today with these coughs.
Well, what do you want it to do? What do you want us to do? It's springtime.
Cough
going to happen.
Get cough.
No, this guy died over here because we talked about Corbin.
I'll probably be doing this for the next 3 or 4 shows too. So
it's a joke. Relax, guys. I get it. But AJ, well, now we have the Kev thing. So here's the issue with Kevin, them promoting Kevin and AJ. My issue with this: you're trying to get the pay-per-view over at Payback, right? With Jericho and Owens. You're saying, well, maybe Jericho could be on SmackDown afterwards. However, you're trying to build a thing over here and go, well, you know, they're gonna have that match at fucking at Backlash. So it's completely fucking obvious that Kev's gonna win this match.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it because we're fucking smarts and we know. Literally, they're telling you Kevin's winning this match because we're doing the effort to set up him and AJ at Backlash.
And Jericho hasn't said a goddamn thing about AJ. Like, he hasn't even acknowledged, like, if I win this thing, I'm going to have to face, yeah.
You want to know what Jericho did on the go-home show against Kevin Owens? He wrote Maurice's name on his fucking little clipboard.
Oh, well, he pretended to. In fact, he didn't even pretend to. He just kind of, like, held a pen and just walked away.
But what are you saying? He wrote her fucking name down. He penned her in there, asshole.
Of course.
Don't be that guy.
Why wouldn't you wait to settle the number one contender until after this was done?
Why not wait till Payback is fucking over, then do the shake-up?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that would have made more sense too. But, yeah.
Literally, this is how I imagine the whole shakeup went down like this. Here's what we're going to do, guys.
You still would have had to wait till the end of what's the SmackDown pay-per-view?
Backlash.
Yeah, you would have had to wait till the end of Backlash because of the still Orton and the
I
fucking...
guess. Yeah, but you could have still had more. It's late May. You could have done something.
If you're gonna wait that late, just have it in June and call it the fucking draft like it always is.
Here's the thing, okay? Why the fuck would you have people go, okay, here's what we're going to do after Mania. Haha. Here's our plans. Get a call. So Road Dogg and Michael Hayes, whoever the fuck else is on SmackDown, we're going to have a shake-up. We're going to trade Bray to fucking Raw. Vince, we have a goddamn script written down for what he's going to do the next month. Well, guess what? Things are going to get shooken up. Really?
Is that your Vince impression?
Yeah. Do you understand where I'm coming from here? You have a fucking plan after Mania, and you all of a sudden just go, hey guys, here you go.
Vince, and I'm sure Kevin Dunn had a say in this. They leave these fucking creative guys hanging. Like,
oh man, this shakeup really shook things up, and not in a good way.
I'm sure this fucked a lot of people.
Dasha literally doesn't ask Charlotte a question backstage. She says, "Excuse me, Charlotte. Tonight you're facing Naomi for the women's title." Is that a question?
Yeah.
That was a statement, right? And what does Charlotte do? I'm Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Flair.
I'm a Flair, etc., etc.
Pedigree, legacy, yada, yada, yada.
I don't know. Maybe I was the only one that noticed this. However, Charlotte looked like she was in the toaster oven for far too long this week.
She was tanned as fuck.
She was really fucking bronze this week. I don't know what possessed her to get this tan.
I don't know,
but
maybe she forgot the banana boat, man. I don't know.
as a matter of fact, she had plenty of it on because it seeped into her skin pretty well.
You better hope she doesn't get any melanoma from that shit.
Yeah,
Right?
You should call her up. She's really nice on Instagram.
Yes.
She's a cunt on SmackDown.
Yes.
Really nice person on Instagram. Oh, she's making a face turn.
Yeah, she's
She'll be
turning
a nice
babyface
person.
now. So.
Yeah. So the Beat the Clock challenge, the number one
Jesus
contender
Christ.
challenge. I have part 1 and part 2, basically both the matches, but we'll just lump it up into one fucking argument right now. That's what it's going to be. Why the fuck does this exist? Do you know what this did? This basically said, American Alpha, go out there and have a match with the Colons.
Oh, dude, I wanted to say that first. Fuck.
Well, sorry.
Damn it.
And then we're going to have Breezango go up against the Ascension. So here's the gimmick here. We're going to face them. But we set the standard, so the other guys are fucked. They have to finish their match. This Beat the Clock shit is garbage.
Let me say something.
Not a big fan of it.
Let me say something real quick. It was painfully obvious that the Colons weren't trying to win this match at all. Like, they weren't even trying to, like, set a good time. They weren't trying to win quickly. There was a bunch of rest holds and submissions and shit. They weren't doing anything. They're literally, like you could tell they weren't. That undermines the whole fucking thing. You have a team in this tournament, contest, whatever, that's not even...
It was barely a tournament.
That's not even trying.
Yeah.
Like, they're visibly not trying, which just makes this whole thing a fucking farce. Like, I can't even pretend to have suspension of disbelief here.
Because, yeah, wouldn't you think... I mean, it didn't end up happening this way, but wouldn't you think that the Ascension, so much bigger, would beat up on Breezango and it would end quickly?
They actually tried to play the clock. Well, they had to. They had no choice.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this that sucks, is that there's a precedent set in the first fucking match.
Yeah, but, like, literally, the Colognes didn't do anything. They literally just sat around and just, like, wasted time. They weren't even trying to win.
I wouldn't say that. Because they literally whipped Chad Gable's ass this whole match.
Yeah, but they could have like there was like maybe like 3 pin attempts that whole time. Like, they could have went for the victory a little earlier.
But for the most part, American Alpha was getting their shit kicked in.
Oh, of course. And, of course it made American Alpha look like shit because
Of
that's
course.
par for the fucking course.
And here's my issue with this. Now, I'm going to sit here and say that I'm biased towards the Colons. By the way, if you guys don't know, their father's a famous guy. Let's keep talking about it some more.
And their cousin/brother.
That's right. Did you guys know that, right? Okay, their dad is really cool. Just that's their gimmick. Their dad's a cool guy. He's a legend.
I didn't know. I don't think JBL says it enough.
Okay, Carlos Colon, guys. Carlos Colon. Don't look at Primo and Epico. Look at Carlos Colon.
Yeah.
Google his name. That's their gimmick now. So,
by the way, why is every fucking wrestler on this show like a legacy wrestler? Fucking Orton.
Because
Charlotte. The Colons.
dub. Because the dub.
Because the dub, and because they have footage to go back to. So do you like Charlotte? Well, watch her fucking dad wrestle Ricky Steamboat for an hour. Who the fuck cares? The problem with this match, for me, is that...
Natalia, sorry.
The Colognes, we hear it from Natty every goddamn week.
Yeah.
The Colognes worked over American Alpha. American fucking Beta. They worked them over very well in this match. Here's my theory. When guys are getting their fucking shit kicked in, and they bust out one move and win the match. I can't stand that shit. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and hitch my wagon onto the fucking Colognes, but it's the simple concept that they were whipping asses, and Chad Gable couldn't buy a fucking break. Neither could Jason Jordan. And one fucking Grand Amplitude, and it's over with.
A shitty Grand Amplitude at that. I mean, I know he dove into it, but God, that pin was awful.
It's the fact that you've got so much momentum, and one move ends it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. The Colognes should have won this match by my understanding is because American Alpha fucking sucks.
And maybe they should have been trying to build new tag teams. And if you're trying to make the Colognes seem legit,
What was the point of them losing last week? Do you know?
Yeah, no, there was no point
What was the lead up to that? They won the match. So their father's
to make you think that there was a chance that they could not be number one contenders. Maybe
wonderful. So it's been rendered useless. That victory last week.
Would you say it'd be rendered
obsolete?
No, don't be a fucking nerd.
God damn it.
Rusev,
Dude, we're all total nerds. Fuck off.
you're a mark. Rusev cuts a promo.
Your mom's a mark, bro.
My mom is a mark. Rusev cuts a promo from the trainer's room on his fucking iPhone. We haven't seen Rusev in quite some time. I was a little bit excited. I was a little excited to see Rusev. However, here's the thing that was a little off. He goes, "Yeah, guys, I'm not going to be on SmackDown. And the only way I will appear on SmackDown is if I get a fucking title shot at Money in the Bank."
I like how they're calling fucking title shots for like pay-per-views that are like 3 pay-per-views out.
Yeah.
I will not compete in
Well,
this.
I think it'll be the one after.
I know. I'm just saying.
I will not compete on this brand unless I get a title shot right off the bat. You know what? Fuck it. Give them the fucking... You want to sit here and argue people's credentials? Why the fuck does it matter anymore?
There's some speculation that the gender win was supposed to be Rusev's win, but he's hurt, so
that sucks.
And otherwise, he's going to pick up his ball and go home to Bulgaria. That's what he said.
Go back to powerlifting.
Maybe he'll take it back to Ring of Honor.
Hi, Colt Cabana.
I wish I could sit here and say that doesn't make any sense. That some dude could just say, and realistically, anybody could do that now.
Yeah.
So Victor from the Ascension can go, "I want a title shot for the belt. And it's going to happen at WrestleMania. And if I don't get one, I'm leaving."
Yeah.
That's what this is saying, is anyone could do this. But because it's Rusev, I'm a biased piece of shit.
Yeah.
And this was...
Yeah.
I was like,
We've all said this a lot. That Rusev should be the main hero.
I love
Rusev.
Rusev.
is the fucking man. Yeah.
And at this point, you could argue logic in wrestling anymore, but this is fucking WWE.
Yeah.
Arguing logic, that doesn't make any sense, arguing logic in this company, because they don't give a fuck. So what's the point? Jinder Mahal had a 90...
Doesn't mean that's going to stop us from doing it every week, though.
No.
Yep. That's our whole fucking gimmick, dude. Don't sell the show.
Yeah. Well, this man got an 80 and 404, whatever the record was that I said to you guys last week, and he gets a title shot. And Rusev, Rusev's a more legit athlete, but I guess.
But dude, hard body Mahal.
Oh, he's got a hard body, all right.
The fucking Mandela whatever.
The Mahal Raja.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Eric Rowan took on Randy Orton in a no DQ match.
Jesus Christ. Why was this a no DQ match? Does anybody know?
Because they had an existing issue.
Because stairs?
Yeah.
Why is this a no DQ
Who the fuck
match?
cares? It was a no DQ match. You're going to argue about it?
I'm just saying, there's like literally no reasons. Like, usually like no DQ shit is for like big feuds, blow off, stuff like that. We're going to have a no DQ match because stairs.
It's fucking television. I don't give a fuck. However, So you're telling me that you would rather see Randy and Eric Rowan in a submission match?
I'd rather see them not wrestle.
Yeah.
Because it's slow
Yep.
and fucking terrible, all right? Rowan needs new music, not a new mask, okay? He needs a new
Whoa,
gimmick.
dude, his music's super fucking
Yeah, his
creepy.
music's fucking... no, it's god-awful. The bamboo, the woods, the whole thing, it's weird.
That's the point.
But not weird in, like, a good way.
What purpose do the hoses serve on his fucking mask?
Right? What
They
is
just
that?
lead back into each other.
So
That's
it's
not
like it's like a steampunk like sheep thing now. Like what's he's got like the one monocle and like is he aerating himself? Like
Yeah.
what is he providing ventilation to his own fucking
I'm not getting involved in this.
And when you think
It's
like,
a
you're
mask.
breathing out the carbon dioxide, like, and you're just
Yeah.
funneling it back in.
it's retarded. And like his whole song with like the little chimes and bells and shit. What is that?
It's a creepy fucking intro song.
For who?
I actually
him.
don't mind his intro,
It's
but the
not
fucking
terrible.
mask is fucking.
It's better than Luke
No,
Harper's.
I feel like he should be coming out to something like that. They should have some sweet Southern riff, play some fucking Skinnerd, man. Something
Yeah,
like
you hear that, Roman? I hope you got the money for a Skinnerd fucking song.
He shouldn't be coming out like he should have some random ass like riff or something. He should be coming out to like fucking tinkling bells and some shit that I would hear while I'm getting a massage. Like get the fuck out of here.
It's fucking creepy and disturbing. That's the point. He's a fucking weird ass guy with a big beard. What do you want?
I thought he played classic guitar and fucking solved Rubik's cubes
You
and
know
all that
what?
other shit.
You know what? CFOs, CFOS. How about you whip us up a really good, well-written song for Eric Rowan? You know that Nakamura shit? Do that for Rowan. We want a violin.
This is something else I wanted to say last week that I didn't say. Speaking of Nakamura,
Call back. Go on.
that originally the Glorious theme was supposed to be Nakamura's theme.
Really?
Yes,
That's terrible.
yes.
Nakamura can't sell it.
Yeah.
Like Bobby would.
No, and I guess they decided he decided it wasn't for him, and they put the kibosh on that and went with the whatever his new theme is called. I don't know what it's called.
The Rising Sun.
Yeah,
The Rising Sun.
is that what it's called?
Yep, it's the Rising Sun.
How?
Because he's a Japanese guy, so we got to
Yeah.
call him the Rising Sun.
they stretched real far for that one.
Quick thing that bothers me that we just talked about this. Why does every Japanese wrestler ever in America have to have like literally the most fucking stereotypical music? Not Nakamura. Not his entrance is a little different. I think maybe depending on how far you look into it, but literally every guy that's ever wrestled from Japan comes over and it's like,
Yeah.
oh look, it's the land of the rising sun and fucking sushi and all these things.
Yeah.
They just have to
You gotta
fucking
have
make
like
it's- 'cause it's
gongs
easy to
going
get that.
off and shit.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I was watching a clip from fucking TNA 2006 maybe. It was Naito and Yujiro Takahashi in a tag team called No Limits on TNA, right? They came out to literally the most fucking Japanese theme of all time.
Hey, this
it was
is-
like ding dong ding ding dong ding ding. It
This
was
is
so
the
fucking
same company
stereotypical,
that had
dude.
Sheik Abdul Bashir coming out to the sound of a fucking bomb dropping, dude. Are you kidding me?
That's the shit that pisses me off. It's like, oh, this guy's name is Takahashi. Takahashi. Come on, dude. I can't. Maybe that's just me being too weeby for my own good, but shit is just ridiculous. Like we have to make everybody a stereotype, except for Mahal. He's got that fire ass theme song. You don't think it's fucking awesome?
I don't
dude?
even know what it remember what it seems.
Come on, who cares? The guy goes hard on that track. Yeah, fuck me. This whole match was they kept cutting to kids in the crowd. Did you guys notice this shit?
No,
No.
Every time
I
Randy
was hardly paying attention because who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Anytime
Who gives a
Randy
fuck?
did anything, they cut to some little fucking kid doing the fucking pose or some kid chanting or some kid cheering. You're trying to get Randy over as a fucking hero to children?
Yep.
This guy's going into the devil's fucking playpen and all this
Dude,
shit?
all I know is this match was entirely too long. This match was way too long, and you know
Dude,
what?
if it lasted more than 30 seconds, it was entirely too long.
It was way too long, and the reason being is that every time Rowan went under the ring to grab something, it's like he's never seen it before. And I hate that shit. Like, I know you gotta flush things out, but it's like, oh my god, a kendo stick, what's this? Like, he's gotta like hold it up and examine it, or like he's grabbed the chair, he's gotta clap it over his fucking head.
I guess
and
he
show it to
skipped
everyone.
that day at NXT class when Steve Blackman came in to teach the kendo stick class.
The setup for the table spot was way too long. It was so slow.
I like
Just him
how-
hanging on the fucking rope.
I like how Rowan was teetering for literally 20 minutes.
Forever. For fucking
Teetering
ever.
long enough for Randy to go, huh? Huh,
like-
guys? You want a cane
I'm gonna
spot
teeter
on
with
the
my right
table?
hand. Now I'm gonna teeter with my left hand. Yeah, Randy had time to fucking taunt. Like, come on, man. Everything about this was slow.
Randy won with an RKO. What else? Randy then gets on the mic and says he's not sure what a House of Horrors match is.
before we go on, JBL said that the RKO that he hit at the end of the match was out of nowhere.
Yes.
The out of nowhere thing really has to go.
But dude, they don't see it
Especially when he calls the RKO. He went like this, did a little around the world motion before. Which apparently this means RKO now.
Yeah,
well, he does the babyface jobber taunt.
Yeah.
Like I could have swore this meant giant swing for Cesaro.
Yeah.
Like when is that a RKO?
Or let's get it going.
I'm pretty sure that meant lasso.
Or fucking I'm Bayley and I'm about to do my corner spot with the finger guns. Like no one does this anymore. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This fucking thing that she. Oh.
Yeah. Do you have any bleach on you?
But like, the only time the out of nowhere thing really applies is when he does it like after he got hit by a move that should knock him out or whatever. But they do it every time he hits an RKO.
Or if they do it as a massive counter like he did to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
You know, they really maximize on that. Turn down the lights and then have him hit it right when the lights get back on. That would be fucking talented.
Yes. But like everything else that they do, they have to force every catchphrase and nickname and move name.
What kind of a dog is Roman Reigns again?
I'm pretty sure he's the large pup.
He's the
massive canine.
but like you were saying, I do like how Randy doesn't know what a House of Horror match is, but he thinks he's going to find out on Sunday.
Well, you know what's really funny?
We don't know either.
I was about to say, you know what's really funny about Randy Orton not knowing? Neither does Creative. So
I like how he said he thinks he's going to find out on Sunday. You're going to find out. You're in the fucking match. Sorry.
I should be getting a call from Vince that morning telling me what the fuck this is.
He's like, I don't know what it is, but I think I'm going to find out on Sunday. No, all the guesswork's been taken out of the equation.
Here's my guess. These guys are just going to have a fight in a parking lot, a fucking broken down Detroit parking lot, and it's going to be really fucking awful, and it's going to be raining outside.
It's just a spooky name for a no DQ match. Maybe the lights will go out once or twice.
Even worse, they ride a roller coaster together, and it's super terrifying and dark. Those little jump scare ones. Yeah, do that. It'll be hilarious. We'll all love it.
Dude, the greatest tour ride just happened like a month ago. So.
Anyways, Jinder Mahal comes out.
Too late for that.
God damn it.
Jinder Mahal says that he's the true horror. He might not be wrong. Guy is fucking jacked.
Ew.
His diet is ridiculous.
Did anyone see the guy on the ramp when he was like walking down? The guy who was in the back, like the stern-looking Arab guy with his hand up, like hiling him as he went, like with a really stern face. I thought that was amazing.
I did not notice that.
Oh, check it out. It's fucking great.
Mahal talks with conviction. Talks with conviction. He says he is going to whip Randy's ass. Well, no, he didn't say that, but he came to whip some ass. So, my boy, Jinder Mahal, comes to the ring.
Oh, he's your boy now.
He's my boy because I fucking love it. I love all the hate for Jinder. And it's not even like, oh my God, I should agree with the illogical booking. Who the fuck cares anymore, dude? Jinder Mahal is hilarious because he fucking looks like he really wants to kill people.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm on board too. Like with the whole Singh brothers fucking stable, like I'm with it.
Which, by the way, when did they become the Singh brothers?
I think they're all the Singh brothers. I think the three of them are the I think they're still the Bollywood boys, but the collective is the Singh brothers. That's the stable, right?
They were Herv and Garv, or
Herb and Derp.
Gerv and Harv Shira before, and now they're Singh? Make up your fucking mind.
Week to week, brother. What do you want them to do?
And yes, they're all of their shoot last names are Singh, but I don't know if they're related. But well, obviously Gerv and Harv are.
I just heard that they were making a stable out of it, and once they came out and they announced it, I was like, fuck yeah. I'm with it.
So the whole Mahal thing, you could argue the logic of him getting into the title match, but here's what I fucking think. Honestly, dude, this guy makes me believe that he wants to whip Randy's ass. And you know what? He's doing better than half of the people that I've seen on that show who try to cut a promo. This guy came out, looked like he was going to pop a blood vessel and wanted to kill. He went out there to whip Randy's ass. That's what he did, okay? You could talk whatever you want about Mahal. Yes, his record sucks. Yes, he's been a jobber his whole fucking career. But the dude is maximizing his airtime. Okay, he came out. He talks with conviction, not, hey, Randy.
He's getting real life heat, fucking USA chants, which, come on, really, guys?
What do you expect from Des Moines, Iowa?
This is what makes it look like wrestling, when cats are out there like, oh man, go back to your country, USA.
And I love how the whole thing about this country is diversity, and it's the big talking point now. Yet someone comes out here that's not from America.
He's got a turban on. Oh, get him! Come on.
Once again, Iowa not very good at not very good at being fans.
Don't even realize that he's not Middle Eastern and he's not Muslim. He's Indian and
Canadian.
I like how he clarified too. I'm gonna speak in my language,
Yeah.
Punjabi. And
I'm pretty sure when he said that, I was like, dude, you're fucking Canadian. Shut up.
yeah, and I know that if he didn't make that distinction, everyone would assume he's speaking Arabic or something because people are really fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's better than hearing some guy come out and go, "Hey, Randy, I'm going to beat you for that belt." Wink. This guy came out and went, "I'm going to fucking kill you, and I'm going to take your fucking belt." And it's like, well, you can't not say you don't believe the guy. Looks like he's completely honest about this whole situation.
Do you think this is just he's just kind of taking the place of a heel for until they think Corbin's ready?
You think he might actually win this match?
I would kind of like that.
Fuck yeah.
I fucking hope so.
Fuck yeah.
I fucking hope so.
For
Because fuck you, Randy.
Sure, you hope so, but do you honestly think he's gonna
Yes.
win?
Yes.
This is the land of
Yes.
opportunity, Antonio. This is the
I
land
guess.
of opportunity. This guy's real life heat. He's got a stable. Give it to him.
Do you know how many fucking houses you could supply water with the amount of fucking salty goddamn tears would be streaming down people's
Well, you
fucking...
really wouldn't be supplying. You'd be supplying salt water, which defeats the purpose because it'll dehydrate the kids. So they might as well not drink any water at all.
So water, not the salty kind.
You could desalinize it. I mean,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
We're not getting into that discussion. Long story short, you could you could drink a lot of tears with however many people that are going to be crying over this situation.
Do you think Jinder as a upper mid card main event heel? Do you think this is going to last, or do you think this is just
They're going to
get through this pay per view, wait for Rusev to come back, wait for Owens to lose the U.S. title?
I imagine they're going to see what happens.
I feel like it's going to be
yeah.
kind of touch and go. Yeah, I mean,
They're going to see how it goes
I'm
over.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure they're saying they're wait and see, but there's no way that Jinder lasts as a.
I feel like he'd be a
upper mid-card.
transitional champion. A transitional
Well,
champion.
no,
but
he's not winning the belt. He's
You
not
don't
winning the
believe.
belt.
You don't believe Jinder.
There is not a single solitary shot in hell that Jinder Mahal walks out of Backlash.
You know, you're
with
just
the
like
WWE
all these fucking Americans.
with the World WWE Championship, which is what Jinder Mahal
You're
said.
just jealous because he has more wealth than you. He's more intelligent than
He
you.
can speak more
He
languages
can
than
speak
you.
more languages than you.
You're a fucking asshole. You don't believe in Jinder.
And
You're hindering Jinder, you scumbag.
He's the
I'm
Maharaja.
hindering. Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know that this was the Jinder Mahal dick sucking contest over here.
The time to buy it is now. There's plenty of room on the deck, Antonio. There's a seat on the fucking bus for you on the bandwagon. Get on now.
Oh, you don't know about our tag team name, the Jinder Contingent. That's what we are.
I don't want to hear you on the air a month from now saying like how fucking sweet you think Jinder is once he has the belt.
Wow.
Don't do it.
So,
get on
guys-
now or don't get on at all.
So, guys, I just bought Jinder's shirt off a shop.com.
I got his Redbubble shit in the mail right now.
Well, that's weird because I already bought all 3 of his shirts already since he became the champion. Okay. Did I spit on your eye?
Yeah,
Good.
you got it right in my brow, dude.
That was for the Singh brothers. Go on.
I'm not even trying to shit on Jinder. You just know that they're not going to do anything with him. He's just holding the spot until Rusev comes
This
back.
is also
and they take the
WWE.
belt, and they take the U.S. title off
This
of
is
Kevin
also
Owens.
whatever's hilarious to them at the
Rusev doesn't
moment.
have a stable. They gave Jinder a stable. They're
Stable equates.
Oh my god! You know what would
to
be a
main event
phenomenal
level.
idea? Jinder versus fucking Rusev at SummerSlam.
Heel versus heel, yeah. Okay, for what?
Oh no,
foreign
no.
heel on a pole match. So you could take that fucking role.
Foreign heel in a full match. Except Jinder's way more foreign than fucking Rusev. He's just some dude hanging out on Periscope, fucking phoning it in, literally from his phone.
I mean, it only feels that way because we've been so exposed to Rusev and he's been on fucking Total Divas and shit.
Yeah.
Like, a couple years ago, Rusev was pretty fucking forward, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Where is Rusev's fucking promo with him dancing on a chair saying coming soon? Rusev.
I want to see the promo with him riding a fucking horse shirtless. Like, with boot and shit.
With a cowboy hat. They should do that. They should film a vignette of Rusev riding a fucking horse with the sunset in the background with a fucking cowboy hat. And he looks at the camera and he goes, Rusev coming
By
soon.
the way,
And
I
he
love
dips.
he
He needs,
this
to be,
whole...
he needs to be wearing a vest with it. No shirt, but a vest.
I'm glad you mentioned that Lana gimmick because that
the
really...
worst type of person.
That really undermines like the entire character build that they had on Raw previously. Like, you know, with everything that's happened, the marriage, the whole thing. Suddenly, Rusev's okay with Lana being a fucking stripper, and
Yeah.
that's just cool.
He
with
never
him
even
now.
mentioned it from Periscope. Whatever the fuck he was doing. He never said, "Oh, you guys got my wife fucking dancing on a chair. I'm over here recovering."
I'm pretty sure he gets mad when dudes like look at her the wrong way, you know, or like reference her name in a disrespectful fashion. Like, really?
It's okay now.
I thought
It's
Rusev was the only man that could have her.
Fresh start, my
What
man.
happened?
It's a fresh start. Don't just give it some time, man. Lana's coming soon. She'll be here, and she will stink up the joint probably. We saw the Breezango and Ascension match. The Ascension attempt the fall of man to put away Fandango. However, Fandango avoids it. Victor runs into a supermodel kick. When the fuck did they start calling it a supermodel kick?
They've been calling it a supermodel kick.
Okay, maybe I'm just behind on this. I don't keep up with the Breezangos very well.
Dude, I thought they were your team.
They are my team. But they've also not been featured very well, have they?
Yeah.
Supermodel kick into a Falcon arrow for the win.
Hey.
I stood up and said he did the deal. He won the match. No one kicks out of the Falcon arrow.
Yeah.
God damn, it's true, guys. No one kicks out of the fucking arrow.
Dude, somewhere
It's damn true.
Somewhere Chris Hero and Excalibur
Hero.
were losing their fucking minds.
Holy fuck. I can't believe it. Fandango goes over, puts us over, wins with our move. No, the team that I've been talking about for so long, finally.
Tyler Breeze and Fandango, fans of the show.
long
Long-time listener, first-time caller. That is my favorite radio show line ever.
Lo and behold, everybody, the team that I've been putting over and talking about how they need to do something, god damn, he puts them over. They win with this fucking show's name. It's beautiful. I love it. I cried. And finally, Breezango gets to do something at fucking Backlash. So, Breezango versus the Usos, everybody. And I didn't mention it until now, but I should be doing it. The Usos were watching every moment of this match from the side, staring at the side of the television, because that's how everybody watches TV, folks. Remember that. Hey, stare into that corner of my television so you could,
Must have been one of those curved units,
Yeah, must be. I hate that shit. I must be the only guy.
It drives me nuts, too.
I must be the only guy on the face of the earth that can't stand somebody literally fucking standing like shoulder to shoulder with a television, acting like they're watching the match. What the fuck did the Usos have to learn about the supermodel kick? It's a kick, dude.
Yeah.
You do it too.
Hey, you gotta watch the tape, bro.
You gotta watch. You gotta focus.
But dude, the supermodel kick is far different from the super kick. It's delivered by two supermodels.
Word.
So, Charlotte and Naomi. This was the main event of SmackDown. Charlotte versus Naomi for the women's title. So, they don't have any chemistry still. They really don't.
Nope.
I don't know what it is. It happened last week. It's glaringly obvious that both of these women have little to no chemistry together because, well, once again, Charlotte calling spots literally right in front of my face. I could literally point out what she's saying. And
I wonder if it'll make the next Botchamania.
And at this point, I started to realize things that bothered me. Like, she was throwing these weak-ass fucking chest chops to Naomi. And I'm sitting there in my chair, and I look at it, and I go, God damn it, Ashley! Put some fucking pepper on those! Slap the bitch! Hard! What the fuck are you doing here? It was like she was gently grazing her with her fucking hand. Aren't you Ric Flair's daughter? Slap the shit out of her! Do something! I feel like she's taking it really easy on Naomi, because she's fucking Naomi. There's no other reason why this would be happening. Their chemistry sucked. Am I the only one that thinks this?
No, I don't disagree with you.
This match terrible? Okay.
And you know what sucks? Like, there's so much potential, because they're both pretty good workers in their own right.
They're good workers. It's just when you don't have chemistry, it's so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
It was just
They're
fucking
good
obvious.
workers, they're just not good workers together, which sucks.
Charlotte kicked out of the Benadryller and the ass lariat. So both of
The ass lariat.
it's what it is. They call the dude. It's a fucking ass lariat. She kills people with her ass. And yes, I said the Benadryller. Yawn. Charlotte attempts a moonsault. She missed. The match ends on a very fucked finish because Team Jealousy had to get involved. So it's oh no, Charlotte, you're not supposed to be here. You beat the champ last week. You're not supposed to be here.
Which is literally team everybody else on the roster.
By the way, why are Carmella and Natty a fucking thing? Didn't Carmella sell Natty out to Nikki like 6 months ago? Oh, yeah. Why are they a fucking stable? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
But they blew that off. But
Anthony, that happened months ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We can't all be like Dean Ambrose and remember things. It's short-term memory. They forgot all
It's
about
not
it.
what have you done to me. It's what have you done to me lately.
Women are women. They forget about these things, you know?
Yeah.
Charlotte gets her ass kicked by Team Jealousy, and so does Naomi. And everyone is waiting for Becky to show up.
Yeah.
Never shows
Wasn't there
up.
a "We Want Becky" chant? Is that?
Never shows up?
Becky did finally get some screen time in this fucking episode, which she hasn't been on the camera in like forever, like for fucking ever.
So they earlier in the show they questioned Becky and said, "Whose side are you on?
They're
You
trying
can't be
to
on Charlotte's
hey,
side."
they're trying to come to a bipartisan agreement on the Charlotte situation. Okay, they need to come up with a
Charlotte's a
solution.
mean person.
By the way, James Ellsworth is in an all-female stable, trying to act hard and shit.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Like you see them all standing at the top of the thing, and Ellsworth is at the end, like, or like Carmella will say something, he'll be like, "Yeah, Becky, fuck you, Ellsworth. What are you doing?" Like he's over here like talking shit, like my man's promoing with Becky and shit.
The fact that James Ellsworth was on the final segment of SmackDown, he was one of the final faces that you saw.
Standing with
ridiculous.
a bunch of broads.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? He's in an all-bitch stable trying to get fucking hard.
I don't know if it was in the end or if it was the backstage segment when they were really grilling fucking Becky.
Yeah.
But I just distinctly, there's a memory in my fucking mind that sees James Ellsworth with this fucking ridiculous outfit on. And he's sitting there like nodding like,
Right,
yeah.
with the shit-eating grin, like, yeah, Becky, we're gonna get you.
He's
What?
like, yeah. If you don't join this fucking stable, this is the hottest stable. Make Ellsworth he should be the fucking Paul Ellering of this whole deal.
Like-
he should come out.
Just imagine them coming out with the whole fucking gear, like all this pain music. And they're like,
Becky, you should have joined this stable a long time ago, bitch.
He's like their cute Kip, except like without the gimmick, you know? At least cute Kip was a fucking hairdresser.
Listen, Q-Kip served the purpose.
He served the purpose. He was a fucking hairdresser, literally and figuratively.
He tried to make Velvet Sky look hotter than Angelina Love, but that's never been possible.
Oh, bullshit. But fucking Ellsworth is just some fucking guy. Like, he's just some dude. He's a rooster in the hen house. That's what he is.
I need to find a gif of this. I need to find, like, a picture of this guy just standing there fucking nodding his head like,
yeah,
bitch.
you see this? These are my girls. We're going to fuck you up. Really, dude?
The fact that Tamina is more manlier than him.
Hell yeah.
The fact that Carmella's more manlier than him is ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
It just adds to the comedy, man. This is hilarious.
yeah.
Shit makes me so fucking mad.
Is it me or is it every fucking week James Ellsworth has more and more ridiculous shit on? He gathers more shit. He's literally in fucking like in zoomies like almost every fucking week.
I feel like he's wearing.
Zoomies.
I feel like he's going through like Jerry Lawler's closet from fucking 2005. You know, he's got all of his fucking random ass like glittery affliction shirts on and shit. You know.
Oh no, we don't want to get into affliction territory. Jerry Lawler with affliction shirts, okay?
Yeah, he's got.
Oh
like,
my god.
He's wearing Ed Hardy's pajamas. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like,
They should just straight up have Ellsworth go out there in like fucking really baggy shorts, a big fucking shirt, literally
Flavor
like
Flav's hat.
high fucking white socks. Just be that guy at like a fucking at like a fucking ICP concert. Just make him that guy.
You might as well. He's already there.
He's
already fucking there.
But Ellsworth, the star of the show, everybody, and that's how SmackDown ended with the bitch faction going over on Team. We just had a match.
Team Relevant versus the fucking Mean Girls.
Oh God! I have to mention this before we move on to NXT. When they run the replay of both women getting their ass whipped, JBL says. Or Tom Phillips goes, they were interrupting this great match. It was a great match. They interrupted it. Then JBL goes, yeah, you're right. You're right, Tom. This was an absolute dream match. Between Naomi and the champion. He fucked up, but I know what he meant. Between Naomi and Charlotte. This was a dream match. Who the fuck is dreaming this up? Who the fuck wants to see
somebody?
The same guy who dreamed up fucking Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro.
That's right.
I like how they totally retconned that on Monday, and they said that it was a dream match for Cesaro and not just a dream match like in general.
No, I'm pretty sure. Was I wrong? They said dream match on Raw.
I'm guessing Matt and Sheamus was a fucking dream match. Too,
That was my dream match.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see them. They both have similar styles. One's fucking Irish, the other one is conflicted. NXT, what's today's date? The 26th? Not anymore. It's the 27th. It's fucking 1 in the morning. 4/26, 2017. The show kicked off immediately with Nikki coming out to the ring to address Ruby Riott, in which she doesn't even take the mic from Dasha's lap. She speaks into the mic on her fucking crotch. So I thought she was going to make out with her.
That's fantastic.
Didn't happen. Ruby and Nikki get into a brawl. Nikki knocks down some fucking nerd-ass security guard by mistake. Finally, the two are separated. I was kind of hoping that both of these women would murder all the security guards because the security guard's having a good year.
Oh, wait. She knocked into a security guard, one of the staff.
He died.
So, I mean, I know we kind of moved away from SmackDown, but Baron Corbin got kayfabe suspended for a week because he shoved a fucking a ref during his whole...
And AJ got fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No, but Shane McMahon, like, legit came out and was on Talking Smack and was like, yeah, so, you know, just like in other sports, you can't put your hands on an official, so...
He said sports?
He said sports. Just like in other sports, you can't put your hands on an official, so Baron, you're out for a week, so he's not going to be on SmackDown next week.
Well, that happened on this Talking
That happened on this Talking
Oh,
Smack.
shit.
So,
I don't watch Talking Smack.
So,
No idea.
Corbin's kayfabe suspended, but he said it was Nikki who fucking shoved somebody, and that's cool? Okay.
But a security guard is different.
No. She took a bump.
Oh,
She took a bump off the turnbuckle on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Kind of ran into.
It was
him.
incidental contact.
Yeah, he died.
Right.
You know how this goes.
I just want to make sure we're consistent across the board.
If a wrestler blows on a security guard, he has to do a bump. You know how this goes.
Yeah.
So Andrade Cien Almas versus Drew McIntyre. When Almas is making his entrance, there were people in the crowd holding up the fist. So everyone was sort of getting on board with Almas.
I think they can go somewhere with the heel gimmick for Almas.
I guess. There was one plumpy white chick standing proudly holding up the fist like she was at a fucking Black Panthers meeting. It was ridiculous. Literally, one woman in the crowd like this. No one else around her. It was quite pleasing to watch. Match starts off with Almas being too tranquilo for his own good. When Drew kicks the shit out of him right in the fucking face. Fight gets taken to the outside. Almas does that shit where he teases the spot on the bottom turnbuckle and then goes, and then fucking slaps him in the face or whatever. McIntyre gets pissed, beats the shit out of Almas afterwards. Both men exchange loud chops. Drew wins with the sick kick. So Roddy needs a new move, guys. Like I said before. No more sick kicks for Roddy, I suppose. When the fuck did McIntyre start using that move? Has he been using that move?
I don't know.
I think I've seen him do it once in PWG.
Maybe. I don't know.
I didn't follow his career after he fucking bounced from WWE. They run a vignette called Who is Roderick Strong? Basically, it was one big vignette about Roddy's mom and his dad, and basically how his dad was an abusive fucker. And his mom shot his father in the chest with a gun.
Is that a true story?
Literally, this happened, okay? And the dad got taken to the fucking hospital or whatever, but yeah, basically, Roddy's had a pretty fucked up upbringing.
I didn't know that shit. Wasn't his dad like a fucking
Wrestler.
It was? Yeah.
Yeah, he was a wrestler. Ran into, they talked
that's
about
right,
it.
because,
They talked into, he ran into Anvil.
Yeah, Roddy trained with the 900 Eddie, him
Yeah.
and fucking Davey Boy when they were kids used to,
Yeah. So they're doing this whole thing now. There's going to be a part 2 next week. Basically, they're trying to develop a personality for Roddy because he pretty much came in.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guys, this is Roderick Strong. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a guy, Roddy. Yeah, nice. So I guess this is all right because NXT does a lot of. They do good jobs with outside of the ring stuff. They're all right with promos, and they're doing a pretty good job with this stuff. But expect some sort of character coming from Roddy. And to me, it seems like they're just trying to make this guy more appreciated, like a baby face, which is not something I'd want to see from Roderick Strong, but what are you going to do? Fucking Nakamura just left. Kona Reeves versus Aleister Black. Kona tried to get some offense in. He got his fucking head kicked in. You know how this goes, everybody. That's what happens. Aleister Black wins. Christy St. Cloud interviews Ruby Riott, and she says she will start a riot. So, hey, there you go. Some new chick named Christy St. Cloud, which I said she was attractive. And these two fucking assholes said that she was okay.
I believe the term you used was scrumdiddlyumptious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Which
this is all bullshit.
Which was
what a bunch of bullshit.
kind of blew it up a little bit.
What a fucking
Then we
scumbag.
see a very average chick, and we're like, oh,
wow, what a liar.
Joey's at it again, putting the cart before the horse.
What a liar. You're such a fucking fibber, dude.
Okay.
One of the countless backstage interview chicks, who have no idea what her name is seen chasing down Almas, trying to ask him about his loss to McIntyre, who is seen getting into, or Almas is seen getting into a limo with very attractive women. How dare you, Almas? You try to avoid a stupid question? You can't do that around here. Everyone gets stupid questions, sir. Don't fucking be that guy to bail on retarded questions. You got to answer retarded questions. It's part of your job, dickhead. But yeah, so here we go, everybody. Almas partying it up with the women. Don't give a fuck about his loss to McIntyre, because why the fuck should he? He's getting laid. So Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross came out to continue their feud to do this match that was scheduled by William Regal earlier in the night. However, Ruby gets ambushed from the back by Nikki before the match even starts. Both women start fighting on the stage. Ruby suplexes Nikki on the rampway. The officials come out to break it up. And then Ruby knocks a fucking security guard legitimately with a fucking forearm. And what does he do? He fucking dies. So at least I get to see a security guard look like a nerd, finally. The match never starts, as some refs and security guards take both women away. Why the fuck not just put them in the ring and ring the bell? Do we have to take them away to the back? Do we have to?
They already can't be contained, so yeah.
Not these two Hellcats.
They don't want it to devolve any further.
Can't do that. Can't have two women going at it in the middle of the ring. They're too feisty for their own good.
Jesus Christ.
Jack Gallagher versus Tyler Bate for the UK Championship. Gallagher got a wonderful reaction, better than he's ever gotten on Raw or 205 Live, because what do you know? You should probably film 205 Live at fucking Full Sail.
Yep.
Now Tyler Bate has a beard to go along with his mustache. So there goes that. And the match begins with a very delightful wrist lock. I love wrist locks.
Yeah.
And this is a wonderful, wonderful wrestling match.
Yes.
And I do mean wrestling match. Chain wrestling.
Not a hold for hold. Yeah.
Hold for hold. These guys literally hit the ropes once.
Yeah.
That was it. It was mostly mat wrestling and wrist locks and very painful shit by Jack Gallagher.
A lot of armbar-esque type moves that made me cringe watching them.
There was a strongman pose by both of them. They looked very quite manly doing that. And that was it. Tyler Bate wins with the Tyler Driver 97, and that was a phenomenal match. And if you are watching this and you went, well, that wasn't such a great match, it was pretty boring, well, I guess CZW's more your type, you know? Fucking spotty garbage, go on to that. But for guys like me and Anthony, I don't know how Tyson feels about it, but we enjoy a good wrestling match.
We enjoy a good grapple.
Classical grappling, but I guess Tyson's a fucking Jeff Hardy mark, so you won't really appreciate that stuff.
Dude.
I imagine broken ladders are more his speed.
Well,
I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, why don't you just watch amateur wrestling? You know, like real wrestling? Because
that's gay, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's terrible, dude.
Like actual mat wrestling? Yeah, no, you're right.
They have headphones on the whole time.
What are they listening to? But Tyson, if you like Jeff Hardy so much, I've got some good news for you. You know how they were saying that the Super Shakeup was going to take the place of the draft?
Yes.
They're actually going back on that.
Now they went back on it.
They're planning on implementing a new draft, and Jeff Hardy will be the focal point of this draft. So
delightful.
When the Hardy Boys.
What do you mean? I mean, he's only one guy, so once he gets drafted, that's kind of it, right? Like, how could he be the focal point?
Yes, he's going to be only draft pick. No, but it's going to be wherever Jeff Hardy goes, he will be getting a singles push once the Hardys lose the tag team belts. Is pretty much what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
They've been showing an awful lot of Jeff Hardy videos on YouTube.
No, yeah,
they've been building this up.
They're setting up. They're trying to set up the Jeff Hardy solo gimmick and
Broken Matt.
Then they will be eventually.
So no Brother Nero.
Not yet, at least.
Well, I mean, Jeff Hardy up until recently has always been the more popular Hardy Boy, so.
Not the better one.
Yep.
What a shame. Hopefully Matt will be more over than him, which I imagine the broken gimmick is a lot more over than anything Jeff could possibly do. There's not enough swanton bombs in his arsenal to get over his own brother, in my opinion. Well, guess that's it. We're out of time, and that's all WWE had for us this week. It was fucking garbage. Raw was trash. It's too long. SmackDown was cringy at times and very confusing, and NXT was amazing because of the final match. So the go home for Payback was complete fucking garbage, and I guess everything will begin to take full the gears will come into place after Payback, I suppose. Because let's be honest, this build was fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I am not even looking forward to seeing this fucking pay-per-view. But until then, you can go to our archived and future shit and listen to us on the go at falconarrow.podbean.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us and do anything on Facebook. Facebook.com/FalconArrowCast. The next thing we have on our plate, I believe, is obviously Payback, which I wish they'd give the money back for that one.
Yes. My 1059 back would be very much appreciated.
And I guess we have, me and Anthony have Don Taku to cover.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In maybe about a week or so. So we got some New Japan stuff on the... And whenever the fuck Excalibur gives us PWG DVDs, whenever he feels like it, we're waiting, brother.
Yep.
We're just sitting here with our thumbs up our ass. Till then, everybody, I've been Joey No Hana, and for Tyson Touloud, Anthony Caruso, we'll see you guys another time. Take care.